Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and to my, pretty much I think my first Dazzled or Disappointed of the new year for 2019, and it is going to be on the Becca and then Khloe Malika collaboration. I have got plenty of thoughts for you. I've been using this for a while. I was not originally planning on picking this up. However, I did receive an Ulta gift card for Christmas, and then I thought, well, and so being, as y'all know, and I'm probably going to repeat this as we go into the new year a little bit more, but I really am trying to be more selective on what I buy for makeup just because it's so expensive, it's really draining. And so this I had kind of ruled out, but the more I saw reviews and things, the more I thought, I think I really want to try it. But really the only reason I picked it up was because I got the gift card. And so I've got some ideas for you, thoughts for you. I'll let you know if it was worth the splurge for my gift card at the end of this video. But if you're looking to see swatches, what I'm wearing on my face, and ideas, thoughts, all that good stuff, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so the box comes like this. Now I picked up the Khloe palette. The Malika palette has darker shades for deeper skin tones, which I love that. I love that you've got two completely different skin tone women creating, you know, kind of the same product, but different shades to fit different skin tones. And I love that one skin tone is going to create one that she knows is going to work for lighter to maybe into medium skin tones. And then you've got another lady who's creating shades that she knows will work on deeper skin tones. So I did pick up the Khloe palette. Now, if you know me, the old me would have probably picked up both just because they looked so beautiful in the pan. Once I went in store, I was like, wow, these are nice. But I did pick up the Khloe palette. It does come in the rose gold packaging. I thought the silver was going to come in the Khloe palette and the rose gold in Malika's, or on Malika's, but I'm actually quite glad that the rose gold was Khloe's because it's the outer packaging I liked more. So let me first take you into the details of this product because it has not yet hit Sephora, and I'll give you those details as well in case you are waiting for it to hit Sephora. I picked mine up at Ulta. It is $44. It does come with 4 pans of product, 2 blushes, a highlight, and a bronzer. They're labeled, the title is Made by Love with Khloe, and then Made by Love with Malika, or Made with Love by Malika. And it says on Ulta's website is that it's a limited edition full face palette created in collaboration with Becca, Bff'S, Khloe, and Malika. Easy to use, all in one. Becca and then Khloe Malika Bronze, Blush, and Glow palette feature Becca's Soft Focus Highlighter, Satin Matte Bronzer, and 2 shades of fan favorite Radiant Blush. The sheer buildable shades are infused with light technology to softly scatter and reflect light to smooth the look of skin and create a natural lit from within glow. Everything you need to bronze, blush, and glow. So we'll come back to that later on in the video. I'll let you know if that really does stand true, if that claim is true. But let's see. The Khloe palette comes with the Satin Matte Bronzer in Cocoa Bronze, which is a neutral medium tan with a smooth satin matte finish. You have the Soft Focus Highlighter in Glow Up, which is a warm, creamy vanilla that creates a smooth, soft focus, natural glow. Radiant Blush in Fierce, a warm peach. And then Radiant Blush in Fabulosity, a cool pink. So that's what we've got going on there. Now, for those of you who are interested in Malika's palette, that's going to come with the matte bronzer in Bestie Bronze, which is a warm tan. Soft Focus Highlighter in Dusted, which is a peachy pink. Radiant Matte Blush in Make Me Blush, which is a golden rose. And then Radiant Blush in Yes Girl, which is a warm, vibrant coral. Now, seeing those in store, they are definitely deeper shades than the Khloe palette. So I was very happy to see that. It does retail for $44 for the 4 pans of product. You do get 0.42 ounces or 12 grams of product, and it is made in Italy. Let's go ahead and go into the package itself, into the product itself. This is what it looks like. It's a shiny rose gold. The back does come with the diagram of the 4 pans of product. And then what I love most about this is the little BFF heart that they've got in the middle, kind of like back in the day, you remember, they may still do this, where you and your best friend would split a pendant and you'd get one half of the heart, she'd get the other. It had the little jagged edge where it was like broke and it said, you know, best friends or something like that. Well, it's kind of something along those lines, and it's raised, it's like 3D, and I really like that detail. I think that is so super cute. And then you open it up and the packaging is very sturdy. It feels a lot more expensive than a lot of other products that we've seen before from brands. You do have the full mirror on the inside. And then you have the 4 pans of product right here. Let me bring you up close in case you have not seen these yet. Now, I am a little late to this bandwagon because this has been out for a while on Ulta's website, on Becca's website, and so I am just now putting it up. However, it has not, like I said, released at Sephora, just so that you know. That will release online on Sephora's website on the 17th of January and in stores on the 18th. So if you're wanting to wait and swatch in store, you can go in on the 18th. So let me go ahead and grab swatches for you. I'll be right back, and that way you can kind of see what they look like. Then we'll go into what I'm wearing today and thoughts after that. So here we have got Glow Up, Fierce, Fabulosity, and Cocoa Bronze. The bronzer, I will say, is the most out of the 4 that like when you swatch it, you get the least color payoff, but I think that's what makes it the most buildable, the most natural looking. So we'll go into thoughts after all this, but just wanted to give you that heads up because it is going to look pretty light in the swatch. So there you go. You've got the highlight, the 2 blushes, and the bronzer right up there. Now, before I bring you in, I am going to let you know that I am wearing the bronzer all over my face. That's what I use to warm up my face. I am also wearing the lighter of the 2 blushes, which is called Fierce. Now, because today I also filmed a get ready with me using some of the Christmas makeup I received, I used a Kylie highlighter today. So I purposely did not use the highlighter, but what I am going to do is we're going to use some of it together on my nose and kind of on my, above my brows so that you can kind of see what it looks like, how it performs. But let me zoom you in, and that way you can kind of see how the blush looks, so you can tell very natural looking while still giving a very good flush of color. And then I have got the bronzer pretty much all over my face, so on the perimeter down here, my nose, on my forehead. Because the foundation I used today, once I put on the powder, the Milk Makeup powder, I think I bought it in a shade too light. I bought it in light, so it seems to be lightening up any foundation I use. So that is what, this bronzer is what I've been using to bronze up and make my face a little bit more warm and glowy, and that is what I am using today. So as for the highlight, like I said, I purposely didn't use it because of the other video that I did film prior to this one, but what I want to do is grab the highlight and grab this brush so that you can kind of see how it performs. Let me zoom you in just a little bit. Now what I have found is that this highlighter is not going to be the most intense, like over the top, someone's going to see you from 4 blocks down kind of thing. This is going to be still a very beautiful and semi-intense highlight, but with a little bit more of a softer focus, just like the description said. So I'm going to grab some on my brush, and then let's go ahead and put it on up here. And I'm hoping you'll be able to tell the difference it's making. And if not, I will zoom you in here in just a second. So by no stretch of the imagination is it any kind of subtle highlight. It is very, very beautiful. It's very buildable, and one thing is it's not powdery the way that, you know, I don't like highlighters, but I needed to get some use of that Kylie highlight in that video, so that's the route I had to take. So let's put on just a little bit more, and it's very, very brightening. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm going to zoom you in, and hopefully you can see on the nose quite a bit of difference because I wasn't wearing anything on the nose. And then let me kind of hunch down just a little bit. I did put some right here. Right here you can already see that it is kind of like glowing, kind of shiny, and that's what that looks like. So very, very pretty as far as how it, you know, goes on, minimal effort, things of that nature. So let me go ahead and jump you into thoughts, especially if you were kind of either on the fence for picking it up or you've already decided not to pick it up, kind of like I did. So first off, the packaging, I love it. I think the packaging is sturdy. It's probably my favorite Becca packaging to date. Like I said, this heart, like it makes the whole thing for me. Now, as far as the products themselves, they are incredibly buildable. What I like is that if I go in with a little bit of a heavy hand with the blushes, it adds the perfect amount of color, so it's not like I went in with too much. And in fact, if I want to build it, I'll even take a little bit more and build it up, and it just adds the perfect flush of color without looking too over the top. And what I also have noticed is that it lasts all day. It lasts as the same intensity, and it's not like, intense. Like I just mentioned, it's a flush of color, but it remains this flush of color throughout the whole day. And so those of you who know I pack on my makeup at about 6:30 in the morning, and I don't take it off till usually 7:30 in the evening. And so I have found that it does stay on very well. The bronzer, it does just as the claims say in the description. It's a very like soft focus. I'm trying to think how I can say that it just, same as the blushes, like you don't go over the top if you go in with too much. It blends out so seamlessly, so smoothly, that it almost makes my skin look very airbrushed. The milk powder, I have not really been haven't been really a fan of how it makes my skin look, especially because of the wash out that it gives my face, and this brings color back into my skin. It just looks very smooth. I've been using the Benefit bamboo, I guess, brush. Let me grab the brush and I'll show you what I use. So this is the brush that I've been using with it. It's a Benefit, I don't know, I think it's called a bamboo brush because of the handle. But it's got quite a it's longer than your typical, what you would use to bronze your face. And so what I do is I go in and I coat like a whole side, you know. I'll just stick my brush in like this instead of like face first on its side so that it gets a good amount. And then what I do is I just kind of, you know, I do this number, and I have found that it never goes on patchy. It doesn't look like I've got just, I don't know, sometimes bronzers can look like you've added too much to one area and then it's hard to blend out, and then anyways, all that. I have also found that it doesn't have like a red or orange tone. I don't like bronzers with that kind of tone, strong tones like that. It just kind of, it does not give me a natural look. This one I have found gives me just such a beautifully natural look. Just something about it's very smoothing, like I said, very airbrushed, and the tone is perfect. For reference, I am a light medium neutral skin tone, and it just works very, very well. The blushes, again, very beautiful, and I would even dare say that if you are a light medium into medium skin tone, you could probably pull off the Malika palette as well, because those blushes were very deep. But because of the fact that they go on like a flush of color, and that I think you could make it work with a, you know, even with a somewhat light hand, and they would look beautiful. So I think those are also going to be very, very lovely. As far as the highlight, like I mentioned, it's not something I would consider like a Kylie highlight, or, you know, something ridiculous like that. It is toned down from that, but it's also not subtle. It's going to kind of be your in-between. It's going to be just that one that gives you just enough punch, but not that you look absolutely ridiculous. However, I usually choose to have a ridiculous highlight, and that's okay. So for those of you who like ridiculous highlights, this is very layerable. You can layer it, and it helps your next highlight that you put on top pop even more. So that is that. All of these, each and every one of them, are so smooth, so buttery, and I mean, just, I don't know how to describe it. They're just very soft. They're not gritty. They're not grainy. They're just very soft to the touch, and I like that. What I think of when I touch these powders is soft focus, which again is the description of this product. So all in all, I was so happy that I picked it up, because I thought, wow, I would have passed this one by and I'd be missing out on a really great product. That's not to say that we have to have everything that comes out, but this, all in all, is a really great product, and I have to say, it's probably the first product in a very long time that I have been head over heels for a Becca product, because I have really not... I mean, Becca's come out with some good stuff, but nothing that I've been like, wow, this is the most amazing thing. I am like, if I had to choose between this and 10 other things, I would choose this, or something along those lines. It really is awesome, and I am loving it. This one is a Dazzled for me, and I think $44 is a pretty great price tag for something like this. Alright guys, I hope you found this beneficial. I hope you found it kind of entertaining, helpful, whatever the case may be. If you do decide to pick it up, please let me know how you like it. I would love to know, you know, what your thoughts on it are, if you're liking it. If you picked up the Khloe palette or the Malika palette, please let me know in the comment section below. For today's verse of the day, it comes from Proverbs 14:21 and says, "Blessed is he who is kind to the needy." Just want to encourage you that if you see someone less fortunate than you, that you just be kind to them. You don't know what they're going through. I can be very, you know, well, I won't get into that, but I kind of wonder, like, are you really needy or not? Because I'll see somebody on the corner who has like really nice clothes on. My husband has to remind me, you don't know their situation. And so we were at Chick-fil-A the other day, and there was a gentleman that had come in, and he sat at the table behind us, went and ordered himself a tea, but he was obviously a needy man. So we offered to buy him his lunch, and he was so grateful for that. And so I just want to encourage you, if you come across somebody who is in need, somebody that you can help, that you would just reach out and extend that help and that kindness to them. You never know whose day or whose life you can change by doing so. I've always been taught, kill them with kindness, and that's just the way to go. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. If you're looking for me on Instagram, you can find me at Michelle's Glamour. Alright guys, talk to you very soon. Bye!